Here with Alan, we're going to go through the 4 main exercises that are going to benefit cyclists. And what would you say, the 4 main?
Oh, I'm chewing the first thing.
We've done a warm-up and then we're going to hit these. So these are the ones that you would get the best kind of, if you're only going to do 4 exercises ever.
Yeah, if you do, they're like desert island exercises.
Okay.
Like,
for lazy cyclists.
Yeah.
Look how tiny you look there.
We'll start with a single leg glute bridge, really easy to do. Works on hip extension, your ability to actually fully extend your hips. And bring your knees up, breathe into your belly and brace. So your lower back almost presses into the floor, okay? Don't actively do that, don't actively press your lower back into the floor, but breathe and brace. Make sure your abs are fully turned on, and that avoids any arching of your back as you do this. And then from there, all you're doing is take 1 foot off the floor and then drive your heel through the floor to raise your hips. And you're looking, the end goal ultimately is to have a straight line from shoulder to knee. And I can see that even I can't do that. And I'm supposed to be a strength coach. So you do 8 of those on each side. Each time you make sure that you're bracing your abs so that you're not arching through your back to get height, because that's not hip extension. This is hip extension. Braced abs, drive your heel through the floor, and you'll feel a massive difference if you do it properly.
And how many times a week would you do that, 2 or 3?
I'd incorporate that into the half-hour workouts two times a week. You're trying to avoid arching your back. So the first thing you do,
like push it in?
Well, no, big breath into your belly and then just clamp down, brace. And that's you using your big breath into belly.
Okay.
Yeah. Brace, and now you're going to lift your hips by just driving your heel through the floor. And you can see on the camera, you'll be able to see that not quite getting to full extension, and do another 7 of those. Okay, so this is the single leg heel touch, and you can use just like the bottom of your stairs for this, that's absolutely fine. And as you progress, might want to increase the height that you're dropping from. What you're looking for here is joint alignment, so you're looking for hip, knee, ankle aligned on top of each other, so stacked, but you're also looking for level hips and not too much of a torso dip, okay? So you're trying to keep your hips essentially level with the floor. Stand on the step, screw your foot into the floor, so like screw your foot into the floor so your knee stays out, so there's no inward travel of your knee. And then you're just gonna drop down, try and touch the floor with your heel. That's it. And all you're looking for is nice level hips. You're avoiding too much adduction, which even I'm doing. You can see my hips are going that way. You want to try and keep your hip, knee, ankle stacked on top of each other and avoid too much movement of your knee. That's pretty much it. So, stacked hip, knee, ankle, avoiding any movement inside like that, and keep your hips level. There you go. Yeah, good. And the key to doing that is to actually use your hips. A lot of cyclists just tend to rely on knees. Good, see the knee wants
so hard, it's so wobbly.
But as a result, as you're trying to keep that knee out, where are you feeling it?
My left glute.
Yeah, perfect. You see how like just reducing it down to nuts and bolts isn't necessarily easy. This is quite hard.
That is really hard to do.
Yeah.
That's
but it's
ridiculous.
good. Shoulder health, upper back strength, a real point of focus for cyclists. Well, actually most people, especially like everyday people that cycle. You're thinking, working in the day, on your phone, driving, everything's in front of us. Then you kind of exacerbate that by getting on a bike. And we're all quite internally rotated. We need full function of our shoulders and enable our scaps to move around properly. The YWT, if done properly, is quite brutal. You just lie on the floor like that, and then you don't hyperextend your lower back. So you're not in this position. You're literally just chest just hovers off the floor like that. Nice neutral head. So imagine you're in a neck brace, and then you're going to put your arms in a Y position like that with your thumbs up, and then for 20 seconds you're going to squeeze, try and touch the roof with your thumbs, so you squeeze as hard as you can, And then when you get to 20 seconds, you're going to move into a W. So bend your elbows, and then critically with a W, rotate like that. So don't just let your elbows come up and your hands just hovering off the floor. Actively rotate like that. So we're externally rotating. So you're trying to touch the roof like just behind you, basically with your thumbs. And then when you get to 20 seconds on that, you then move into a T. Arms perpendicular to your body, thumbs parallel with the floor, and try and squeeze a lemon between your shoulder blades. So create as much tension as you can. A good way of thinking about it is just imagine the floor scalding hot. You need to get your hands away, as far away from the floor as possible in all three of those positions. Ignore your face. Your face is going to get burnt, I guess. But and then start in a Y, so straight arms, a bit further out in front. Thumbs up. I'll start the clock now. So try and touch the roof with your thumbs high as you can. That's it. That's it. One. Now bend your elbows into a W. There, and then the key with that, a little bit wider, is to rotate. So arms straight out to the side, thumbs parallel, back there, and then try and squeeze a lemon between your shoulder blades. Head neutral, so just kind of look down, imagine you're in a neck brace. Good. Okay, so the last exercise is, I know cyclists like to feel a bit of burn. It's a split squat iso hold. Iso being isometric, not moving. You're going to hold the bottom position of a split squat, where you're weakest, essentially. So a split squat, the way to set up for a split squat is you want your weight primarily over the front foot. So don't take a step back, just literally push that foot back like that. So you're on the balls of your back foot and full foot contact with your front foot. And then you're going to drop into this position, chest over thigh, weight over the front foot, and then you're going to hold this position for as long as possible. Your knee needs to be as close as possible to the floor, so like within an inch of the floor. And then you're going to hold that position, no hands on thighs, just arms relaxed by your side, or up here if you want. Hold that bottom position for as long as you can.
How can you hold it?
I don't know actually, probably, I don't know. I'm not going to give you a time, but you'll probably be able to do it for longer than me, because you're an endurance cyclist.
Yeah, what if I'm going to be, I said that earlier, I was like, what if I'm there for like 20 minutes? It's like, you will not be there for 20 minutes.
Trust me, you won't be there for 20. That would be unbelievable.
Would I be like Olympic gold if I could do it?
If split squat iso hold was a discipline. And at the bottom, as a point of reference, your chest should be kind of over your thighs, weight towards the front. That's fine. Now that back knee can't come up now. That's your bottom position. As soon as you come up, then the clock stops. I mean, yeah, it will start to burn soon.
Do you mean soon?
I have had some ridiculous times on this.
Like what?
Like, I've had to stop the clock.
Done.
Good.
Done.
30 seconds.
That's so bad.
It's not too bad, to be fair.
Right, so they're the 4 exercises just hanging in the background. Right. So that you look really tiny again.
Honestly.
You have created like a full program.
Yeah.
So I will leave a link to that. I think how much, do you want to say now how much it is? Have we figured it out?
Full price is £80, but we'll give a hefty discount.
Yeah. I'll put the discount below, you'll figure it out. But then you get like access, it's called Train Heroic, so it's all on an app, and that's like lifetime access, isn't it?
We'll go with 50% off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Don't want you, it's on camera now, so I mean.
No, that's fine.
So so it'd be £40.
You can just like dub it over.
Yeah. So £40 lifetime access. And there's videos of you, isn't there? Like doing all the exercises. So.
Yeah.
Right, thank you so much. If I just keep practicing this then, I'm gonna be like.
You'll be flying, yeah. All right.
Whoop whoop. Do you not want one?
I've had loads. I've had like 10.
I'd eat a bag of them.
Yeah, but you're going like I don't really. I go surfing maybe once a week. To be fair, it probably is if you pick it.
It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
I can't jump high.
Well,
Oh my! Are you kidding?
That's not actually that high.